let's go deep in the sea. If you want to use my video, you have to look what is funny for daytime and what is not funny. You have to make sure after 11 o'clock, and if people have interest to listen to it, we have places when children go to school where mothers meet together and they listen to it. It's not for children. It is deep in the ocean. The video is talking, not the body. The video. The radio station, I get a code, and now the wind in the video is giving information. And to help adults understand what is the baby and the way how they need to find a visa to stay alive forever. Because if you don't get the visa from the video, what I'm about to tell you, the race will be gone, but life will still go on. There is going to be any creatures. So here it comes. I try not to make eye contact. When you have your daughter out of your big body is a coffin, you cannot make duplicate. But if you make duplicate, it's just in case if one die. I'm not reading. There's nothing to read in front of me. I'm just focused. There is no book here. It's just in the video, the wind. So I let you watch my face so you know I'm in my right sense, but you cannot use my face when you have to pass it on. Because if I don't speak Asian language, if I don't speak Italian language, I don't speak Spanish, I don't speak German, if you want to translate it, you need a character to be able to pass on the message. How to protect most babies that are found sleeping in their bed. Now, you are a child that was sleeping in the baby bed 100 years ago. Your grandmother was there, and your mother was the mother, and you was a little baby. In no time, you sleep and wake up, and you get tall like a big tree. But because you don't connect with yourself, because you are not the feeling, you're just outside, driving the mind, but the body, everything in the body, everything in the stomach is the you. The mind is another eye. The eyes from another stomach is watching, so you cannot see eye to eye, you cannot advise each other, because the little fish that's come in the stomach is the eye, and that's come to control the mind, but drive around with the feeling, the pregnancy duplicate, masturbation duplicate in the boy body and in the gut. The eyes is someone else. But when you take your uncle, you take your own son, take your own blood, then it's just your own eyes in a period of 120 years. Now, you can love who you want, like I say many times. The conscience is telling why a baby that step out of you, it's your business. When you have a child, your sleeping days has to be finished. It has to be finished because the child left to you. You have to be in charge, vigilant every 3 hours. Now, people will wake up to feed the baby, I know. But when a baby is sleeping in a baby bed, you need to observe, because when the child is crying and a little blanket what you cover the child hold it and then pull in. With this thing, a child can pinch you and then take this blanket and then draw in and then cover their face and get suppressed. The wind is not just strong in the baby that was in water. The baby is a fish till the baby become 9 months. There is a fish in the ocean for 9 months. It takes 9 months for the mother, the 9-month-old, to swallow. When the baby is 9 months, 3 months creeping, and then is when they become a foundation. Then they standing, they become a stick. When the baby is born, they reflex. It's just a fish. But when they eating, the wind and the light is charging the body, charging the body, charging the body. And now the bone gets strong like a stick. And then they fold it to creep, and then they're standing, dropping things. They're growing. Now, until the baby is 9 months inside the fish and came out 9 months, breathe in and out. Then the stomach digests, the water in the stomach is gone. Then, after 9 months, the baby is strong enough to breathe. Then the baby becomes a human, which is a bird. The baby fish in the ocean, in the mouth of the bird, fly away, suffer. You need to know, there is this fish that is in the ocean. I have the video. Try to ask yourself, what is the story behind the fish and the bird, the seabird? The postal I show you. What is the story? The fish was never big. The fish was little. Tell me, what is the story between the fish? You know? This is a pregnancy underneath water. But no, there's no future underneath the water. The consciousness is doing it. Swimming under the water. And then they playing, diving, put their head up, breathe in, go down the water. Swimming, head up, jumping, tasting the wind, goes down, tasting the wind, springing. Now, the fish, the little baby, is the God from the fish. That transits just like a human being from the stomach transits to be connecting with nature, which is the winds that fly with currents, many creatures. Now, the wind come inside your nose. Now you're connected with the universe, but you're just 1 minute connected. You need to breathe in for 9 months, and the whole 9 months, the mother will die to be the child. You die. You die. Your big body is just a coffin that have music box that has to transfer everything in the child. But so long it's not your mother feeling, it's not your feeling, you cannot feed the eyes of somebody else. You can't. A woman who made her son over there came to be your papa, came to be your husband. And now their eyes is what you have. You can see eye to eye with your mother. But your mother feeling is inside your brother that did not came to be the eye in your skeleton. Now, for example, the fish is the baby in the water. And now transit, having a baby out of the stomach, go with the life in the bird. The bird open the mouth, swallow from the water, the bird comes down and take and then put it in the mouth. Fighting, the fish is dying inside the pot. But when the fish die inside the pot, the eyes of the fish in the water is the light. It takes the wind to cool the light, for the light to travel among us, the Pinocchios. And when the wind travel together with the light, breeze together, you see just the light, you don't see the winds that have all the little creatures. Now, the life itself is this a pregnancy underneath the ocean that fly in the mouth of the fish, fly away, and then the bird gonna get pregnant, and the second baby body of the bird become the human pregnancy from the stomach into the world. Now, where do you find those birds? Well, the reason why they always gonna come back to get a fish, because they are the fish that become the bird baby in the first place. They go to their mother to feed them. They go to take a life support. They take a whole fish. They're not biting it. They take a life. You're like, oh, someone is itching my nose. Technology. Like your arm is itching, you're getting money. Now, You need to notice, you see a fish coming to feed the bird, right? Do you see me? When a human is gonna eat the herring, you know, they do like this, biting it, right? You bite a little, you don't put everything in your mouth. When a fish go inside the bird, what it's doing? It goes in the mouth and say, I'm pregnant inside of you. It's just a pregnancy. It's a complete. They don't. A bird have food. The real bird is eating bird food. The seabirds that go back in the ocean, they're going to get a life from their mother. They take a whole fish and they swallow it inside of them, and then digest. The life is charging them. Then they fly on, and then when the bird die, there is becoming duplicate us. But you have a positive winds that are happy singing song from the birds, and you have also humans that die, they become flies, and it's a different type of wind. So the key of you don't need a visa to come, you don't need a visa to go, is knowing that when you're here, you already invest. You was one. When you become three, it's just the mama papa that died to be the one. And you have to keep the projects going on in order for you to find your strength and yourself. Your strength and yourself. Love is there. Music, you love the disco, you love the food, you love the guy you see, fantasy. He love you, okay. But separate masturbation. When I have the fantasy to have sex, body condom. Body condom. You can have the fantasy that you're really doing it, but you protect your life, which is your family body, and he protect his family life, which is the feeling, the drop. Then you have the relationship. So the end of the day, the wind is just ocean, living, a baby. In the future, you have to do what the wind say. I'm not having a baby anymore, but it's something for you. I don't know, maybe someone just lost a child, that's why the wind is thinking it. If you look in my video, lately that subject does not arise. The consciousness is saying, hey, you need to, what I'm gonna do, this videos, which is messages, I don't know, you can choose. What you think is private, you put it on private. What you think is private, you can put it when someone wanna press play, you think it's not for them, you can put it, you can say it's a private video. And if you think it's, you need to able to observe who is watching. It's very important, because it's not everyone is really conscious in the world, because the mother forgets to write in the book that become the child. If even you are not the blood inside, but you have to try to feed your mind. For example, this fish is like a baby in the stomach that never need to breathe in and out. When the fish go inside the bird mouth is when a child came out sleeping in the baby bed. You have to find double, what I mean double blanket. You sew it, you buy the bed, baby bed, it's just flat. You need to sew it on that to make sure always the head is higher. When the baby is rolling or not, even the blanket of the baby, you have to make sure it's one. When the baby is sleeping, the baby can also scroll down to go. You need to build, they have this, a baby is sleeping with a, you know, track suit. You have to build a blanket to sleep and leave this open. You cannot cover the child with a blanket. Use a very big blanket type, something to sleep, and you don't put no duke, because when the child grab the duke and cover the face and it tangle, you sleeping, you're just a dead body, but you is the little child, and you have to be vigilant to protect that little child. That's why the alarm has to go on every 3 hours till the baby become 9 months older.